Alrighty, another day, another Woodle. Let's try something like um, Dogma. Try to switch it up. And we got one yellow. What about. Mm, I'll just go with fruit. Completely different letters. And we got a nice nothing. That's a good sign. So we've got that. We got this. We know there's one letter in this. I'm gonna try like taking out a few. So let me try. Let's try taking out this, and then we can take out the GAM, and then the DO. Or we'll know like which one it is. So basically, let's try that. All right, perfect. So we know it's not either of these. So there's either a D or an O in the wrong position. I'm gonna more. I'm gonna lean towards the O. So let's try something else a little bit. Just cho. I don't want to like try to. Yeah, let's do the MP. The M is gonna be an old thing. We all know that this is gonna be red, but everything else will be kind of new. And we have one from each. So we know this is red. Everything else is new. So it could either be this or this. We're gonna assume that the D isn't it. The O might be in the right spot. Could also be the C. Um, hmm. If I do something like campy, campy, the M is going to be taken out, and then we can like sort of everything else is kind of new. The M and A, but the CPY will be able to sort of get that in. The Y, I mean, if it does end with the Y, if the word actually does end with the Y, it's going to be kind of bad over there. So maybe I want something else over there. Can I mean, I also don't want an E at the end. I want to try to like figure out which one it is. Mm, all right, so maybe we don't do that. Dandy. I mean, at this point, we're just knowing if there's an N or a Y. Card. I'm just gonna go completely new letters, see what we get. All right, so there's three from here in the right spot. I think it's more than likely that the O is in the right spot at this point. We can treat it like that. Oh, this is yellow in this. Um, we can also assume that the C could be in the yellow, and then it might be LO. L. So what if it's C and some other spot? And maybe it's not the S. It could be the E. Could be in the right spot. So we can kind of confirm this if you just go with candy or campy. Actually, I mean, let me just do that. Before we do anything. can be the don't want to do that actually. Let me try candy itself. Candy. All right, so now we know a few things. Actually, if I did can't be, it might have been better. Maybe the MP could be ruled out, but that's all right. So we know that this isn't a thing. That is nice for us to know. We know that Y isn't a thing. There's no A. We know there's no N. There's no D. So if there's no D, that means that this is a yellow. This is probably, yeah, I mean, either that or, yeah, because otherwise, moving from here to here, if this was yellow, this would also propagate into yellow. We'd have every single letter. If we do have every single letter, assuming that's a yellow, then it'll be all. So this would be in the right spot. If this was a yellow, I'm gonna go back all over again. Might have been a little bit too much. If this was a yellow, that means one of these letters is a green, and we know that these three are in the right spot. Which would mean that the O would have to be at the beginning. So it'd be OL something SE. And then the something would have to be either H, which wouldn't work. It would have to be M, which wouldn't work. And it would have to be a P, which wouldn't work. So we definitely know that the O is a green because of that. If O is a green, we know one of these letters is in the word, H, M, or P. And we also know that the L, two of these letters are in the right spot. One of them is in the word. So we know all our letters. We know that these are the letters. We know it's going to be XX something OXX, right? And we know that it's one of these three letters, and these three letters are definitely in it. Two of them are in the right spot too. Let's say we assume that the SE are in the right spot. So it'd be L something. So if the SE is in the right spot, we actually definitely can get this for sure. I'm pretty sure. So L, and then it'll be something. If the SE are in the right spot, that means the L is not in the right spot, so L would be at the beginning. Something OSC, and it would either be an H, which wouldn't work, LM, which wouldn't work, LP, which wouldn't work. So the L is definitely in the right spot. Moving on, we can assume that the S is in the right spot, so it'd be SLO. Similar logic, right? This would be yellow. Move over here, the E would be in the right thing. So E, XE. So this wouldn't work. Slope, as far as I know, it's not a word. Slope could work. So the S could be in the wrong spot. And then if we're going to go back and do E is not in the right spot. So it'd be ELO something S. Sorry, ELOS something, because LOS would be in the right spot. So Elosp doesn't work. So I'm pretty sure the S is in the wrong spot. This would be this. And so we'd have SLO. We said it was P in the so SLPE. That should be it. And there we go.